single day, I'm gonna make something great.
Going to do a tarot card reading on Nicki Minaj. Actually, I've already done the tarot card reading, but I'm having to re-record this because the first time around my sound wasn't good and I was all blurry, so I have to do this part over again. Now, I'll start with this. First of all, thank you for viewing my videos. I really appreciate it, and I'd also appreciate it if you could please like, share, and subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell. That way every time I upload a video you can immediately know what my predictions are. Now, I've already done the tarot card reading for Nicki Minaj, but I'm also wanting to add my own intuitive feelings that might reveal things that weren't necessarily revealed in the tarot card reading. Now, when you read tarot cards or you do any form of divination, it's always a good idea to state your purpose. My purpose for doing this reading on Nicki Minaj is for entertainment. Obviously, if she was sitting in front of me and I was giving her a reading in person, the reading wouldn't go quite like this. So this is really for entertainment. Although lots of things will be revealed about Nicki Minaj, but this isn't the way a reading would be given if I was giving her a personal reading. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to, I used my incense earlier, but since I'm having to do this over again, I'm going to have to burn another incense again. See? And I just kind of swirl it around a little bit to clean out the air, to clean out the atmosphere, and as a teeny form of protection. So, what I'd like to add to the reading that I already did, the tarot card reading, which you'll see in a minute, I got feelings that Nicki Minaj does not backtrack. Now, I'm not a huge Nicki Minaj fan. I don't like keep up with her, you know, that much. That's one of the reasons that I can read her easily. But I believe there's a couple of guys from her past that there's speculation, probably due to some music that she just released, whether or not, you know, she'll go back with them, or whether or not she still has feelings for them, or they still have feelings for her. Now, if she does go back, which I really don't think she will, it will not last. If I was advising her, I would seriously advise her not to backtrack. In this particular case with Nicki Minaj, it will not work. She is what is called a man-eater. She has no problem, and rightly so, if the relationship is going sour, she's getting out ASAP. Also, Nicki Minaj is what I would consider a pansexual, meaning she doesn't have a specific gender that she can fall in love with, or that she can be sexually compatible with. And I'm not sure if this is something that she has already spoken about, but her vibes, the vibes that she's sending out tells me these things about her. Also, there are some problems within her family that are going to be resolved really soon, and she has some sort of ties. I believe she's from Trinidad, because I sense there's some ties there that aren't quite finished. There's some loose ends there, and it has something to do with her mother. There's something that her mother needs her to take care of, or to help her with, and it has to do, I believe, with Trinidad. Also, I see that Nicki Minaj will take a respite. Now, in her tarot card reading, there's a card that doesn't exactly show up that's in her tarot card reading. You can't exactly see it, but it is the Hermit, which suggests, and I agree with the tarot cards, the Hermit suggests that Nicki Minaj will take a long respite. Also, I see a marriage for her in the next 2 years. She's one of those people, first of all, she's a Sagittarius, and she's one of those people that loves really, really hard. She's getting ready to meet her soulmate. She's not met her soulmate yet, but she's getting ready to meet her soulmate. Someone that might also have ties to another country. Also, with Nicki Minaj, she can be a fighter. She can be very much a scrapper if you rub her the wrong way. But as long as you treat her fairly, she'll treat you fairly. She's a good person. She has a good heart. Now, I'm not sure what all I've revealed today that you guys may or may not have already known, but these are the vibes that I get from Nicki Minaj. I see her finances being a little bit troubling. She needs to stop spreading her wealth so much because she's trying to help, and there's a huge project connected to where she's from that she's putting a lot of money in, and her tarot cards also suggest that she could be losing some money on that end. But in general, I see good things for you, Nicki Minaj. You keep going, don't give up. The world is not your enemy. Now, I wanted to talk to someone out there who is going through a lot, to say the least. You know, in everybody's life, a little rain must fall. This person is dealing with the results of a test. It is causing them some major sadness, maybe even some depression. I offer you this. Please do not give up. Please continue to believe in yourself, and please know that one person or even a group does not always have the final word. You can do this. There's a reason you're watching this video now. There's a reason it came up in your recommendations. There's a reason you took the time to view this. I'm telling you, you can do this. All things are possible as long as you keep going. Don't give up. I'm gonna blow out this incense, and I'm wishing you guys the best of the best. Thank you. Okay, I'm back. I shuffled the cards pretty well, and I'm going to, with my left hand, this is just my process in reading tarot cards. I don't think everyone has to use my exact way of doing it, but this is the way I've read tarot cards. I go from the right side to the left, using my left hand, and I always face west while I'm reading the tarot cards. And this is from Nicki Minaj, and my intent is really for entertainment, but just to kind of get some of the things that might be going on in her life that maybe she wouldn't mind us knowing about. So I'm going to pick one of these piles that feels like I can get the best answers. And right now I feel like it's this right here. I'm gonna lay this out in the Celtic cross spread. The first card is the Nine of Cups. What's crossing the Nine of Cups is judgment. This card here is the base of the matter. There's another card for her, the past and the present influences. I'm using this tray, which I don't know if this is a great idea, but now, and for this reading, just for the sake of time, I'm going to read all of her cards together, not individual. I'm going to use all the cards together to come up with an answer. Now, this card here really represents the present situation with Nicki Minaj, and it's a Cups card. Cups always mean emotions. even though Nicki Minaj seems like she's got it together, and she always seems like she's sort of on edge, waiting for something to fall, waiting for something to happen. I always get those vibes from her whenever I see her on television or anywhere else. I get those kind of vibes. Now, there's something crossing her right now in her present situation, and that's judgment. It does mean that there's some legalities going on in her life. It's always on her mind. It's always weighing her down, and she makes decisions based on this impending judgment. It could even mean that she feels like the world is judging her. It could mean that someone close to her, or even herself, is going through some sort of legal matter. But whatever it is, it's something that weighs heavy on her mind. There are times when she cannot think about it. She gets her mind off of those issues, but in general, it's always lingering there. Now, looking at all of her other cards, especially the Six of Cups, remember, cups represent love, or at least emotion. Then we have Leo, the Strength card. Now, some tarot readers read cards in reverse. For this particular reading, at this time, I'm not going to read the tarot cards that way. Now, her cards suggest that she's got new love coming her way. I'd say in the next 6 months to a year. Also, I sense very strongly, according to her tarot cards, that Nicki Minaj could go on some sort of respite for a while. She could totally be out of the spotlight. Also, you heard it here from me, Nicki Minaj will be getting married in the next couple of years or sooner. It's in her tarot cards, and I feel it. So overall, for the sake of time, her cards look good. Now, she needs to be careful of money, because money could be falling out of her hands. She's got a Pentacle card there, and it's reversed. Although I'm not reading these cards reversed, it still has a strong indication that Nicki Minaj could be losing money if she's not careful. These are her tarot cards. I didn't read them as individual. I read them all as one thing. And her future looks good. It looks relatively good. But there could be a new love on the horizon for her. I don't see her backtracking in love. I don't see her going back to an ex and then it works. If she goes back to an ex, it will not work. It will be temporary. So I would advise Nicki Minaj, do not go backwards, go forward, because there's a whole new love out there for you.